Today, my guest is Sharon Connor from New Energy Body Therapy. Sharon is a remedial massage therapist, a craniosacral therapist. She's a Pilates instructor, a bar teacher. She's a Reiki practitioner, a health coach, NLP master practitioner, and so much more. Shaz is awesome. You're going to hear her story. She is very masculine. She has a lot of masculine energy. What that means is that she knows exactly what she wants. She's very certain of her outcome, and she's willing to do anything she needs to do to get that outcome. What she has learnt through the coaching experience, as part of what she'll share, is her ability to be able to embrace her feminine to create more fulfillment in her life. And that is how she's, over a number of years, been able to grow a business that is on her terms. She takes 10 weeks of holidays a year, and she's factored that into her costings, into her goals, and she's going to share with you her way that she has created a business that is absolutely on her terms, and she has built a life that she loves. Hello, welcome, Shaz.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming and chatting with me today. I'm excited to hear your journey. We have been working together for quite some time now, and there has been some ups and downs and turnarounds and roundabouts, and I'm excited that we're going to get to actually discuss that and share that today.
I'm excited too. This is just, yeah, that's just something different for me. So yeah, be good.
All right. So let's please share a little bit about who you are as a practitioner, like who do you help in your clinic, and some of the modalities that you have blended together so beautifully.
Okay, so I've been in the industry for 18 years, so I've done it for a while. I've been in studio for 16 years. I like to help anyone who comes through the door, but my main clientele is women between 40 and 60 and beyond. I've got a lot of seniors as well that I take care of. I offer a mixture of treatments, including remedial massage, cupping, hot stones, dry needling, craniosacral therapy, Reiki, Pilates, and health coaching. So yeah, it's quite a broad modality. Yeah.
Lots and lots of blending as well, because you don't do them all individually, which is what we're going to kind of share a little bit about today. How you have braided that so beautifully into your business. So you've been in this a while, and obviously we've been working together for a little while as well. However, when you very first started working with us back in the day, where were you before you had started having coaching? Like, how many clients were you seeing, and where was your business at, and why did you choose to start having business coaching?
I had probably a regular 15 clients a week, and it just wasn't enough to sustain my life because I'd quit my full-time job and jumped into massage just cold turkey. So I needed to get my numbers up and to have a sustainable business. So yeah, that was why I joined Massage Champions.
And so, like, what were some of the biggest challenges that you saw in your business that made you decide that you wanted to have coaching to solve it? So if you're only seeing 15 clients a week, what did you see as the gap? Especially because it's not like you had just started. You know, you'd been doing this for long enough to be like, what was the gap that you saw for yourself?
The inconsistency, not knowing if I was going to make enough money for the month. So I needed that consistency. And massage was my predominant modality, I suppose. And so I thought I'd work on that area first because that was my main source of income, and get those clients up, because I just couldn't sustain a lifestyle on 15 clients. So that's what I wanted. I just needed financial security, and I needed to have regular clients.
Yeah. And were you doing any kind of marketing or anything like that beforehand?
No, not really. Just email marketing a little bit to my existing clients, because at the time I was in my first, so I started off 2 years mobile massage. Then I worked in a gym for 6 years. And so when I was in the gym, I got a lot of clientele, walk by clientele there. And so I did marketing at the gym and that sort of stuff. So then when I moved out of the gym, I moved into my studio now, which I've been there for 10 years. Half my client base came with me, which was really good. So it was still in the same area, probably 7 minutes down the road. So I still had my client, half my client base that came with me. And then from then I just did local marketing in a little bit of Facebook and just my clients also word of mouth. So my main marketing is word of mouth and Google and local. Yeah.
That's
and I just really needed to build on that because, you know, that's not sustainable either, just relying on that source of marketing. Yeah.
Yeah, and which can happen. It's like we can often go along for quite some time and be like, don't really need a lot of other marketing because I've got word of mouth and referrals from a particular stream, like a gym or working in a practice or something like that with other modalities. And then to all of a sudden be in a different place and be like, half of them came with me, which is good. But then it's like, well, now how do I grow?
Yeah.
And being able to language that and put that out there. So what have been some of your biggest wins so far? There's a bunch of stuff that you have done.
I have done so much stuff.
5 or 6 case studies. Well, let's go with this. So what have been some of your biggest wins so far?
Well, I've built up my client to at least 30 clients a week now. So that's sustainable. I do 9 Pilates or movement classes a week as well. I integrate my health coaching within the classes and within the massage and we'll say healing or whatever treatment therapy it is. So we're combining everything together. And the community that I've created, it's just so beautiful. Like, the ladies that come to class have become friends. We all go out to coffee. We do bake stuff and bring it in. We share recipes. We talk about wine. We talk about gardening, bring parts of our gardens in for each other. So it's just this community, I think, is just the most magical part of the business. And knowing the ins and outs of people's lives is amazing. You know, what they did on the weekend, where they're going on holidays, their kids' names, everything like that. It's just beautiful. Yeah. So I think it's the community that has really made my business flourish. Yeah.
Yeah, which is like the byproduct or the end result of marketing.
Yes.
You build a tribe of people, and often that age group and that demographic can be quite lonely if their children have left home. If they're like, well, now what do I do? I'm not working so much anymore. Am I still needed in the community? Like all that kind of stuff. And to have a place where they can come and build their health as well as build their community is actually incredibly powerful.
Yeah. Yeah.
And inspiring, really.
Yeah. So I like to think of my my customer experience as not so much what's in the studio, but how the studio feels. So it's more of like how I welcome them and, you know, how I take care of them. I take interest in them. I care about their health as much as they do. It's all about that personal touch more so than, you know, how beautiful the place looks, although it does look pretty good.
So how did you go from modalities like hands-on or face-to-face modalities, whether it's coaching or whether it's massage or some sort of face-to-face stuff, to then one-to-many with your group classes? How did you do that?
So when I'm in the treatment, I discuss about how Pilates or movement will benefit them because of their current situation or their lifestyle, you know, their work or what they do for fun on the weekends and how things can improve. So we have a range of classes with, you know, group classes or even one-on-one So as well, if they prefer the personal training side of things as well. So it's just a matter of, understanding the client needs and suggesting the best course of action for them so they can benefit the best out of their health.
Yeah. And did you always talk to your clients through treatments?
No.
So what
Something I have learned, because when I did my study, we were told not to talk to the client. It was their time, don't talk to the client. So I didn't, like a good student.
and then found that it wasn't working for you at all.
No, it was just, that was really a client therapist relationship. Then it was like, hi, how are you? Da, 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 come in for whatever. See you later. See you next time. And now it's not. It's like, hi, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. Talk. And we just talk, not all for the whole session, depends on who it is. Some people just, like the quietness. We change the music up depending on what the client likes as well. It's not just the spa music. Sometimes we have a bit of doof. So, it's all about the client. And that's the main thing. It's just I wanted the client to fall in love with me as a professional and build long-term relationships. Like I've had clients for 16 years, 14 years, 12 years, and I want that. That's what I want my business to be, long-term, and people that just are loyal and loving and just want to be there for themselves.
Yeah. Which is embodying your values and a reflection of who you are. And I think that's actually really powerful to remember, that we can be taught a certain way when we're in the treatment, when we're studying, this is how it should be done. And then we get it in the real world and go, it takes us a while to kind of unlearn some of those, what we thought was a fixed map, we thought we had to not talk, which was actually detrimental to the kind of style of business that we wanted to create. And I think that was one of the big steps to moving towards that beautiful blending way that you run your business now, was actually dropping that barrier first of all, and then going, right, so I can talk to them. Yeah, definitely can talk to your clients. Tell them about this, because they don't inherently know that they need Pilates.
Yeah.
They don't inherently know that they need trigger point or myofascial or whatever. So we have to figure out what they need. And if we can do heaps of other stuff, to be able to share that with them is really powerful. So breaking down those, I think it's really important.
Yeah. Because I had like huge masculine tendencies, like my life is masculine dominated. And it's like, okay, it's time to put that in the background. I've built the business. I've built what I need with structure and systems and all that. Now it's time to invoke the feminine. And that's what I'm doing now, is bringing out the feminine qualities of all that really lovey-dovey stuff.
Yeah, and it's kind of nice, isn't it?
It's different. It really is different. It takes a bit of work, because I'm so heavily like into lateral thinking and all that sort of stuff, that being conversing and I don't know, just but it's becoming the norm for me now. But it went through a really uncomfortable transition of like, oh, do I have to? Yes, you do, Sharon. Okay, let's do it. But it's nice now. It's good.
And so you set some very specific financial targets for yourself as you were transitioning. So one of the purposes to this was also to be able to say, I want this amount of income, and I want to be able to work this many hours and take this many holidays, because you have gorgeous family interstate and you want to have a business that works for you. What did you set up to create that for yourself?
Well, I like to think of my work as not just work, my life as buckets. So I've got 3 buckets and boundaries. So buckets and boundaries are my thing. So that's the only way that I can keep my buckets, the stuff in them, is having my boundaries set. And also, I just know what I want. So I just work for it, So, my bucket is myself. So I really take a real good care of myself. Me is number one, and I do a lot of self-care. Number 2 is work because I need the money. And number 3 is family, friends, and home. So it's just managing all that. I think it's just, I don't know. It's normal for me now to be able to just to blend that all that together. Yeah. So financially, yeah, I do need savings because I'm taking, up to 10 weeks off a year to do my holidays. So just being able to work with that, knowing that I need that. This is X amount of income per month I need, so I can take my 10 weeks off, whether it's for holidays or weeks off for training, but that's unpaid. So I need to make up my 10 weeks of unpaid work in the other parts of the year. So yeah, it's just, I don't know, I suppose dedication and following my own guidelines and boundaries and stuff. Yeah.
And being able to say, I can work for 42 weeks of the year and I want to generate a 6-figure income in that time. And it's like, so how do this is my goal.
Yeah.
This is what I want. And I have to fill these 3 buckets consistently throughout that entire time.
Yeah.
Like, that is phenomenal, Shaz. Have you always lived like that? Is that always how you've operated?
Pretty much. I've always just been like a single income person. Still are. So, I've always got to be able to meet my needs. And I think it's just that muscle memory thing, or that muscle in my brain that says, okay, you've got to do this and this is how you're going to do it. And also, importantly, not having guilt around it.
Yeah.
Because it's no good feeling guilty that you're going to take 10 weeks off. Clients cancel all the time. Clients go on holidays. I have the same right to do. I can cancel their appointments because I need a holiday. Yeah. So it's going through that mindset as well of guilt. And it's like, no, I don't feel guilty. This is my time. This is my bucket.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember a conversation with you where you said, well, clients take holidays. Why can't I? Like, damn straight, right? Like, and sometimes we feel like, oh, but I have to be changed at the massage table. It's like, no, not at all. We can build a business that we like. And in order to do that, you have to charge appropriately for your services.
Yeah.
So what do you remember what you were charging when we started working together? And I reckon it was a good 5 to 6 years ago that we at the fully.
I know when I first graduated, I was charging $60 a massage.
Yeah.
I'm now up to 130.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the hour. I think when I started working with you, I was at 80.
Yeah, I think so.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's now 130 for the hour. Yeah.
And at 30 treatments a week, like that, it makes it sustainable. It makes it possible to be able to, when you charge a premium, because then it's like you're basically charging more, so you can have 10 weeks of holidays a year.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
And then, like, if you get cancellations, I had 10 cancellations in 1 week. $1,300.
Yeah.
Where's that going to come from next? So you've got to be able to cover those costs as well.
Yeah. I know one of the other ways that you have compensated for those dips is to sell packages, particularly in relation to the health coaching and stuff like that. How do you go about that?
I don't really do a lot of packages now, only because it was getting too complicated.
Sure.
Everybody wanted different things in that package. So I thought, no, no more. We do simple. We don't do complicated.
Yeah.
I don't have the time to sit there and organize individual packages all the time. Yeah. So, if they want like massage, there's the set fee or the set, like I sell everything by membership still.
Yes.
So I do memberships. And then the massage is like if they do a single class, just like once a week or something, they don't get any discount on their massages. But if they do multiple sessions a week, they'll get $10 off.
Yep.
So I found that's better to do it that way.
Yeah.
So if the ones that are committed to the studio, they do get VIP rates.
Yeah.
But they've got to actually start, like they don't get it straight away either.
Yeah.
There's like a period that they have to be there. They don't come in straight away and get all the discounts. So there is a time frame that they all have to go past before they start getting the discounts, like the ones that have been there for years, because it's not fair.
Yeah.
It's not about fairness.
It also, it means that they're not coming because you give them a discount. They're coming
Right.
because they enjoy it, they love it, and they can feel the difference of what it's creating for them. And then it's like, oh, and by the way, now that you're committed to this, here's an extra bonus. And it's like, it's actually called, like, it's like under promise and over deliver kind of thing. Like you're actually giving them more than what they realized that they were getting. And it is incredible what that does to longevity and loyalty, because a lot of people think, oh, I should discount my services, and it's like, don't, because you're not going to attract values match people. You're going to attract people who expect that. Then you set up the expectation that that's there.
It's all about trial and error too. I remember I did a period where if you join as a member, you'll get a little gift bag. So they got their gift bags, and then some said, bye. And so, so I don't do gift bags anymore.
Yeah.
But so I had to find a different way of, giving them value. Yeah. Not just give them gifts and stuff like that.
Yeah. So
it has been a lot of trial and error, but I think now that everything is just smooth and works for me.
Yeah, that's amazing. So what would you say, what would be the biggest challenge or some of the biggest challenges you've had in business, and how did you get out of it?
Biggest challenges. So, well, we've talked about filling the weekly schedule. So that's good. That was just consistency. Oh, that was a huge one for rebooking as well. Because, for example, I do all my rebookings in October. So last October, I booked 60 people in for their 2023 massages. Yeah. So I know in advance how much income I'm going to have for the next year as a minimum, to give or take a few that might fall off the wagon. But normally they're all so loyal now that they're looking forward to their massages. So I've got that base income. The other challenges I had were filling up the Pilates classes, but that's coming along beautifully now. It's still there's still more room, of course, for that to fill up, but I'm still adding on more classes. So now I've got a range of classes for them to choose from, with all different focuses. Not just Pilates. There's the meditation classes. There's a strength and toning class. There's just the standard mat Pilates class. We've also got a chi ball, which is more like a Tai Chi movement class. So they're all different types of classes that we've got to offer rather than just Pilates, which is nice. So that blends really nice of those, and they do, if you're doing 3 classes a week, you don't want to do the same class every time. So we did that. The other challenges was all the financial we've talked about. So I've upped my prices considerably. And what else? I think my biggest challenge was mindset, but I've overcome that now. I think knowing what you want as your big vision and building that. But then, as I said, I'm so masculine that I've built what I want. Now I'm bringing my feminine to it to make it flower, make it grow. And then my masculine's always in the background, still developing and improving things. So it hasn't gone away. It's just taken a back seat. So, it's just switching mindset, I think. Understanding your clients, talking to them, embracing them, giving them what they want, but not coddling them, whatever you call Yeah. So just looking after them from a health perspective and encouraging, inspiring, motivating. Yeah. Just telling them what they need rather than, because they don't know. Otherwise they wouldn't, if they knew what they wouldn't come to you. They'd go do it themselves.
Yeah.
But they don't know what they need. They know, I just need a massage, but you need a little bit more than that. Let me help you.
I love that. I love that. That's awesome. So, Shaz, let's talk about your experience with the actual program itself. You read our book, you came to one of our workshops. Like, you've literally done all the things in the funnel, which is really exciting. And it's so exciting to see where you are now. And it didn't happen overnight. That's sometimes why we wait to do these case studies, because it didn't just like wake up one day like, ta-da! It's like, no, this has been consistent work, consistent rumbling, consistent wrestles, consistent action over a long period of time that has created an exceptionally wonderful business that is on your terms. Particularly in relation to, because you did our fully booked program, read our book, and then did Six Figure, and you're now in the alumni program with Six Figure. What has been your experience with the Six Figure journey particularly? Because that's probably the longest amount of time we've spent together.
Six Figure, I think it's great to have the resources. So when you're stuck and you don't know what to do, you've got somewhere to go. And there's just great guidance. Yeah. And the retreats and stuff, you're always learning as well, and you always learn something that you might not have thought of. And, you have your aha moments. The community as well. You got a question, you put it out there, everyone with their own backgrounds, experiences, they've all got their own interpretations or suggestions. So it's great that you've got somewhere to go to get some help. Yeah, I think it's mainly that, I think. But I like the resources. That's learning is me, so I just love learning stuff. I'll get on there and I'll just, what else is there to learn?
And with the it makes it easy. You can do that.
I need to grow more.
That's beautiful. What have you found most challenging in the coaching process?
Things not working. Like when I try to implement them, it doesn't work. Okay, so that's not for my business. Let's try something else. It's just frustrating when you put a lot of time, effort, energy into something and it just goes, fail. It's like, okay, let's start something else. And it's just mainly that. It's just trial and error still. I think no matter what business, because all businesses are different, that not everything's going to work for everybody. I think advertising marketing, that's always been my, hate it. But I hate it with a smile.
And I think that's what the coaching process has helped you with too, is being able to go, the conversations that we have had over the years around how to languish that and how could we, and really a lot of the time it was essentially the coaching was, how can we bring more feminine to this? Because you're so clear on your outcome. I know what I want. And it's like, we need to get the nicey stuff in there as well, because people don't necessarily need a sledgehammer, or they might need it, but they might not necessarily think they want it. So how do we soften this? And it's good fun. Like that's part of coaching, is seeing what someone's vision is and helping them get, connect up and get everyone else along with them is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's cool. So what's your massive vision for the next 12 months?
So I've started to do online stuff. So I'm going to be putting up online, what do you call it? Exercises, not packages, but exercise classes and things. So that will take a while, recording all those and that. So I want to get that done mainly. So it's just another revenue stream. So people can log on to my website or is it my booking system? I can't remember. I've just changed over. So my booking system, and they can purchase a video and go do a workout.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah. So if they can't make classes, they can do a workout, or if they not even a member, they can still go do a workout. And that's another incentive for my memberships, that they can get one online a month, free on a month, you know. So it's always finding what incentives we can do for our existing members that add value to keep them as well. So mainly that, I think, is just getting a bit more into the online stuff. Yeah.
And I mean, thinking about that demographic too, I know from Ocean Grove, where I'm from, we call it the grey nomads head north, you know, like that demographic is going to head north, and they're not there face to face to do Pilates with you. If they have access to doing it online, and they're actually continuing that consistency, which is, yeah, okay, good for business, but also really good for their health. And, you know, keeping them moving and all that kind of stuff. So that's great.
Yeah.
Momentum continues as well. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm pivoting my business so that the feel of the whole studio is more about embodiment and health rather than massage Pilates. So it's all going to have the same bits and pieces in it, but the feel is going to be different. So they're going to come in and they're going to feel embodied. They're going to feel that they're there for health. They're going to feel that, I don't know, just the whole feeling is, if you know, I don't know if you know what I mean, but that's what I want to do. It's not just come here for a massage, come here for a Pilates class and see you later. So I've just really got into embodiment through the Reiki and through the craniosacral therapy, even my health coaching, because in my health coaching I focus on eating psychology, and that's all about embodiment. So that's the feel that I want to put out there now, embodiment. And I've got the meditation, health in general, but from an embodiment point of view. So that's what I want to do. You know, over the next 12 months. That's not going to be an easy shift, because everyone is so focused or know what I wanted, that I am a Pilates and massage studio. But so it's going to take a little bit of work. Yeah.
Which of course you will nail beautifully.
Yes. Give me a task, it gets done.
So true. It's so true. Which is why you've created the business that you have. Which is like on your terms. And that's amazing. So if somebody was a little bit earlier along in their journey, what would you what's something that you've learned that you want to share with them?
I would, like, if I could, because I came from a corporate background, I would have stayed longer in the corporate and done all my marketing and business side of the business as a side hustle before going into the actual massage itself, because it is way too much to try and do everything at once.
Yeah.
Back 18 years ago, we didn't have all this Facebook and Instagram and all that. I was an executive assistant, so I had great skills.
Yeah.
But they don't teach you stuff in massage school about business as much as they do with techniques. So, if you can get all the business side of stuff done, the marketing and advertising stuff under your belt first, then all you have to do is worry about the fluff and the growth.
That's awesome. And what if there was one piece of advice to anyone out there right now who wants to be able to get good at marketing, maybe it wasn't a similar place to where you were, what would it be?
Oh, marketing. I think it's really knowing your client, knowing how to talk to them, and being clear. And talking just to that one person as well, not talking to the masses, not talking to everybody. Just find your one person and talk to that person every single time. Yeah.
And it's so true, like getting that niche and understanding them and connecting with them and resonating with them and
Yeah.
speaking to them in a language that they understand
Yeah.
is so important and vital.
Yeah.
And that's the stuff that gets missed because you need to learn how to do your hands-on technique. That's kind of the point of being at massage school. But that's what getting your niche is. It's not just picking someone that you think might be a good idea. It's actually getting to know them like you would a friend so that you can speak to them, communicate to them. It doesn't matter what platform, using Google, Facebook, going to a gym, like doing something face-to-face, getting a referral. The message becomes exactly the same because you're speaking to that one person.
And sometimes it's not who you think it is. Because I know when I first started, I wanted to go out and be a sports massage therapist. And now I deal with the elderly mostly, it's so completely different. So having that mindset of like, this is the target audience I want. But if you're not in the area of that target audience, you're not going to get them. Because with the massage industry, you need to be within your local community.
Yeah.
So it is understanding your local community, because where I am, there is a lot of elderly. There is also the younger group generation coming up. So I'm getting a nice blend, but still it's predominantly elderly and the generations below. So yeah, my what I wanted, I didn't get. Yeah. Although I tried and I tried and I tried, it's like, it's not working. Because at the gym, it was fine because I was in that environment. But moving out of the gym and into a suburb, no, different, completely different. So it's understanding, your community and, talking to that person.
Yeah. And I think also having flexibility, to go, this is what I want. And you can keep banging that drum if you like. But if the drum is not working, then having the flexibility to go, okay, well, who else is out there? Is there anyone else here besides sports, please? Like,
if I still wanted sports, I'd have to go target all the sports club, and that's a lot of work.
Yeah,
it's targeting all the sports clubs and all that. And there's not longevity in that.
Yeah,
you need the longevity, and if you can get the community, there's longevity in that.
Yeah. And even understanding your response to, that's a lot of work, I don't want to have to do it. Because some people might think, well, yeah, but look at all the work you've done to get where you are. Like, yes, but I like these people. It's not hard work for me to do it because I actually like the people that I work with. And I'm passionate, interested in them. And that is your number one factor to not just understanding, like, intellectually this is where I want to go. It's actually tuning in and going, this is where my heart wants me to go. Oh, and by the way, it's quite a profitable niche and there's a bunch of people around me that I can work. Yes, like, thumbs up, this is great. That's something that we need to teach the younger generation of massage therapists about, that heart connection to what we're actually doing.
And also, like, as a single business owner, I don't have the time to get out there and do the footwork, to do the networking, to do, go and meet with the people in the community, like with groups and things. I don't have the time because if I go do that, I'm not, at the table.
Yeah.
So it's being able to connect through the social media. And like the groups in the social media and that. So understanding that connection, how to talk to them there, just being out there virtually rather than like on your feet. Because I could, there's no way I would have time to get out there and do that.
Yeah. Shaz, it is so delightful to see your growth from the moment that you stepped into that first workshop all those years ago to working with you through COVID and seeing you. I know that you also, there's a bunch of stuff we haven't covered today, including like your new car, your beautiful kittens that you adopt, all the animals that you have around you as well, because that's also your heart is to care and nurture and rescue animals. It's just been such an incredible journey to watch you rumble, get frustrated, get really annoyed, go, and still consistently show up and just move through it. Just like get over it, move on, get the work done, and then, like you said, allow that masculine to take a back seat and allow that feminine energy to come through, which creates greater fulfillment. Speaking of animals in the background, they're just on cue, aren't they? That was perfectly introduced. But yeah, to be able to see you really enjoying the fulfilling side of the business now and seeing that fulfillment come through, it's just beautiful. And you can see it radiating through your face as you share it. So well done.
Thank you. Thank you very much.